So today I wanted to talk with you about how to improve your energy levels. I know this is something I used to really struggle with a lot, and I know that there's a lot of you out there who wanted me to cover this topic because I've received a number of DMs and messages about it. So it's definitely a common challenge that we face as humans. Now, when it comes to improving your energy levels, you first need to understand that you're probably leaking energy somewhere. If you're someone who feels like you want more energy or you don't feel energized, you're leaking energy, because the natural state of being a human is to be energized. That's our natural state of being. So if you're not feeling that, it doesn't necessarily mean it's one area in your life. It could be, but there's a high chance it's a number of areas where you're leaking energy. I'll give you an example. When you're in a social setting, okay, and you're speaking about something of a low vibration, you lose energy. What's a low vibration, Chris, in a social setting? What a low vibration is gossip. Gossip is one of the lowest frequencies you can have, and I dare say a lot of humans, I'm not saying you do watching this, but a lot of humans engage in that. Whether you are the one starting the gossip, promoting it, or interacting with it, or even just simply receiving it. That is low vibration conversation. Another one, speaking about the news or other topics that have nothing really to do with you, it's just you regurgitating information. What you're really trying to do there is connect with somebody. You're trying to connect with the person you're with. So you bring up a conversation you think you can have. But those conversations are often substanceless. They're completely dictated to and revolved around worry, fear, stress, panic. None of these things are our natural way. Talking about those two things are low vibe. That will make you feel like you have a lot less energy than what you should. What are high vibe conversations? High vibe conversations are problem solving. High vibe conversations are sharing ideas, brainstorming, being creative, talking about the creation of events or how this event was helpful or things of that nature. Simply put, there's positive and negative stuff, right? Even if you're gossiping about someone that's a funny story, it's going to be better than gossiping in a bad way, but still, don't do it. You don't get anything out of it. And even if it's something that you're accustomed to as a habit, allow this video to be a permission slip to shine the torch on it and say, I'm not going to do that anymore. Because if you look at every time you've done that, whether it's in the moment or afterwards, you'll realize it's draining your energy. Another one is food we eat. Okay, so that's the social side of it. And there's heaps of different spaces you can look into. But with food we eat, okay, most people from what I see in the world do not eat correctly. And I'm not going to sit here and go down the diet path because I know there's all sorts of people and videos out there that talk about that. But what I will say about the diet path is this. We as humans operate our best on alkaline-based foods, on high energy, on living foods. That's what we operate our best on. That's what our chemistry, scientifically, as a body, as a being, that's what the DNA and all the systems and all the correct words that I might be missing out on or saying, that's how it works. Okay? I know this not just because I've read a book or heard someone else say it. I know this because I've been living it for the last 10 years. When I changed my diet to raw foods, basically, living foods, high energy, high alkaline, and I removed all of the dead foods, the processed foods, and the foods that had no real energy in it, my energy levels changed dramatically. The thing is, not a lot of people have got exposure to what high energy living foods are. We get fed all this stuff from supposed experts. We don't know what their agendas are. We don't know what they're trying to teach us and why. We don't know. So we just do it. And then, of course, we become accustomed to eating with our tongue and our brain rather than with our heart and the part of in our body that actually is asking for this stuff. We get used to eating certain foods that just taste good to fill us up. That doesn't mean it serves us. All right. So most of the time, a lot of us are eating the wrong foods. Or if we do eat the right foods, we eat them in too close a proximity. You need space between foods. All right. That's why breakfast is called breakfast. If you split that word up, it's break and fast. It's breaking your fast. Every day, what are you breaking your fast with? That's the first thing you're putting into your body. Are you putting something light, something energizing, something hydrating, or are you putting something heavy, something processed, something that requires complex breakdown? There's a word, if you're interested in diving deeper on the food stuff, there's a word called angstroms. And that word pretty much represents the energy that it takes to utilize or to digest and extract energy from the food you eat. And then that energy that you extract, also there's angstroms as to how much you can now use. Majority of the food that we eat as humans has it takes more angstroms to digest and to extract the energy that we actually get out of it to then use. So we're always in the negative. But again, I won't deep dive too much on the food stuff. If you want me to, leave a comment in the video below and I'm more than happy to give you my 2 cents as to what's helped me a lot, what I wish I knew when I was playing sport at a semi-professional level, trying to make it my full-time gig, and what I've been able to teach other people doing the same thing now. All right, so let me know about that one, but I won't get stuck on it. The next thing as well you can do to improve your energy levels is consider working with cold water immersion. Now, a lot of people understand the benefits of that. I know Wim Hof has done a fantastic job at promoting breathing and cold water exposure, and there's a lot of other people out there doing the same. You can have cold showers, you can go and jump in a river or a lake, or you can go and jump in the ocean. It will energize you. It will turn on your nervous system. It electrifies things in a positive way. Again, most of us just see the cold water stuff as recovery. We don't realize that it's energizing. If you're feeling sluggish and you're not feeling great, if you go and have a 3-minute or 5-minute if you're feeling really naughty, right? Freezing cold shower, or go and immerse yourself in a cold water plunge of some capacity, you watch how you feel after it. And you can comment on the video below telling me that I'm full of shit if that doesn't wake you up and give you energy. All right. Right now I'm standing out in the nature, which is beautiful, which I love. And of course the sun's shining just over there, right? 2 of the most energizing things in the world, if not the most energizing. Nature. Nature has a natural balancer, which again, I'll save that for other videos because it's so many hours worth of content I could share with you about the magic of nature. But it's energizing. Go walk in nature. Tell me the last time you walked out in nature and you come back feeling worse than better. You won't. There's a magic to that. I'll talk about that another time. And the most energizing thing I think we can expose ourselves to is sunlight. Now, I know the world does a great job of telling you that sunlight's dangerous, and if there's too much of it, and sure, too much of anything's dangerous. You know, you get sunburnt, you eat too much food, you'll get fat. You gossip too much, you'll feel like shit. If you run too much when you have energy, you'll have no energy left. It's all about balance, right? But sunlight for energy, you think about it. The food you eat, the sun grows it. The nature, the sun grows it. Without the sun, there's no warmth, there's no heat, there's no expansion. Sunlight energizes you, not just the benefits of the vitamin D that come from it. It absolutely energizes you. Go sit in the sun for 15, 20 minutes. Try and, if you're in a position where you can essentially be naked or have no clothes on, get as much direct sunlight to skin as you can. If you're not in a position to do that, just stand how I am now, fully clothed, all right? But allow the sun to shine through. You will have energy. It's another simple little hack. Another one to energize yourself is to work with oxygen. I mean, we all breathe the whole time. You've been breathing while watching this video. I've been breathing the whole time I'm obviously speaking to you, but we don't think about it. Do conscious breathing. When you oxygenate your cells, when you oxygenate your body, you will have more energy. A lot of people don't understand this side of breathing. Most people think that the things that energize you are just really good for recovery or calming down or relaxing. They're benefits that absolutely are valid. But we're talking about improving your energy levels. And these are some of the things that can. Then you've got the obvious thing around, sleep. Well, it isn't just about how well are you sleeping. It's about, have you just eaten before you go to bed? Because remember, the biggest thing that takes up the most energy in the body is digestion. And most of us eat all day. We're used to it. Oh, eat, I'm hungry. Oh, eat, I'm hungry. We haven't trained our mind to understand that we don't need to do that. And that our body actually works more optimally with less food, even if you are using more angstroms in a day. And you do have more exertion. Less food, lighter food, more living food creates more energy. All right, so sleep, if it's supposed to be doing all the recovery, all of the repairing, all of the energizing for the next day, or re-energizing, should I say. Well, how's it supposed to be doing that if you've got food in there? It doesn't know where to spread the love, doesn't know where to put its time. Go to bed on, not an empty stomach, but at least 3-4 hours before you go to bed. Make that the last time you eat food. You'll sleep better. Another thing you can try is, I guess, shameless plug. I'm a frequency music specialist as well, for a lot of you who don't know. And I make frequency music for a lot of different things that help people in the professional sporting space, help people outside of the sporting space, just in terms of calming down, relaxing. It's all got to do with specific frequencies that make us feel a certain way. Again, I'll do future videos on that. But the shameless plug I was speaking about was, I've got a channel on YouTube called 5D Sound Healing Music, where I've released a lot of my songs, and they're frequency music songs. They will help energize you. There's there's frequencies in there that align to what we are, and they will provide you with energy. So whether you want to go and look at that particular channel and work with those songs when you're trying to sleep or trying to energize yourself in the day, people have it on when they're studying, when they're doing work, all different things, right? Because the power of music is a whole nother ball game. And obviously most of you know I've got a big background in music in many ways, and I know music just about every possible angle. So I'll talk about that another time, but these are things you can try. Or what about speaking of music, when's the last time you turned on your favorite song? When you were feeling like shit. You know, music just takes 7 seconds to change your mood. So if you're working with frequency music that's specific to make you feel a certain way, or just you're listening to music in general and you listen to your favourite song, see if you still feel like shit after belting it out for 3 minutes. I bet you won't. The biggest thing to understand when it comes to improving your energy levels is that if you don't control your environment, it will control you. So you need to be putting things in your environment. And what I mean by environment for this video is your diet is not just what you eat. Your diet is what you consume. Conversations, thoughts, emotions, your work, how you handle your relationships, everything. This is your diet. It's what you consume, you become. All right. So I've given you a heap of different things to think about there. There's a lot more I can do, or if some of the examples I've given you, you'd like me to dive deeper on, just shoot me a comment below or shoot me a DM. And I'll do videos on them separately. All right, but hopefully there's some stuff in there that can help you improve your energy levels. First, it's about acknowledging where your leaks are coming from. What things are you doing that actually don't help your energy levels, that drain you, whether you realize it or not? And what things can you be doing? So what's the opportunity in what you're not doing that you can do more of that help you feel more alive, more vibrant? What changes can you make? They're the things that I had to consider when I was in your shoes right now, trying to figure out how to improve my energy levels. It's made a huge difference to me. If you consider these things, if it resonates, play with them, see what works for you. You will feel differently. You will. Just have a crack at it. See what works for you.